Today we're going to be doing tag embellishments and bling. How much fun is that? Yesterday I just couldn't stop and I made 20 if you count them, tags in a couple of hours. So I found one thing out, that it's gonna take a lot of ingenuity to use up all these papers I've got this year, or to make a big dent in it, because I didn't make too big of a dent making these. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you what I did, and then we're going to stamp and spray and punch and embellish with laces and fibers and flowers and other things. We're just going to have fun today. I really enjoyed yesterday doing that. So let's just sit down and see what we can get into. And you're going to be happy to know that I found my nonstick scissors, and guess where they were? My sweet husband, whom I call himself, had put them in the little crock where I keep all my kitchen utensils. He thought they were kitchen scissors. So that was like about a 3-hour waste of time yesterday looking for something that my sweet husband had put away all by himself. So you'll be happy to know they're returned to the craft room. All right, so let me show you some of these pockets. Not pockets, although some of them have pockets. They're all tags. So here's a little tag, and it had that little tag we made in it. Plus, I've got another little tag that I made, one of the smaller ones. And we're probably going to bling that out a little bit more. Some book page stuff right there. And this one definitely needs some more blinging out, as does this one. This one is close to finish, although I made a little pocket there for this little tag thing. I am going to do some more stuff with it, I believe. We've got lots to do, and this is just a good start. Here's another little pocket I made, and actually I just took where I had cut out of some scrapbook papers the shape of the tag, and when I turned it upside down, it left that, and I thought, that's really cool. So I did that, and it's got this little tag with the heart stamped in it, and it's got another little tag. It probably needs embellished. So we will be doing that over the next few days. This may take us more than 1 or 2 videos to do, but we shall see. There is another little tag. And here is another couple of pockets that I made and put other tags in it. And then this is another couple. So you see, I was busy. But most importantly, I made this yesterday. This little pocket holder for these 2 tags we created yesterday. I love that. So that finished my sketchbook page for yesterday. So we're going to move on and see what we can do on our day 42. I can't believe it's day 42 already. So let me put that aside while we get in here and start working and seeing what messes we can make. That's kind of cute. It's minimalist, but it's kind of cute, and it's a place that somebody could jot a little note or something on. So I think I'm going to call that one done. Although you may disagree, but the edges have been aged, and it just had a little tiny stamp on it. So I think I'm liking that. This one definitely could use some help. I think that's where this one goes. This goes in that little pocket I made from just a tiny little scrap of paper that was aged and put in there, and that made the whole world of difference by just adding that little piece of paper there, didn't it? So let's see what we can do on this one to bling it out a little bit further. I think maybe I'm going to add a little lacy piece at the top, just as a little pull. If this goes in a junk journal or something, just as a little pull spot. I have lots of lace that I don't use very often, so I think that's pretty good. And I didn't put my lid very tight on my glue yesterday, it appears. So let me turn that over. Glue on my fingers first thing already. Just a little fabric fix on there. Find a little piece of non-stick paper to squish that with. To remove the excess wax and keep it off my fingers. And I think I might add that there also. Or maybe on the back. Maybe the back needs that more than the front. It's already got a flower on it. I think that's too much. I think I'm going to leave that for now. We shall see what that ends up with. And this one, I really love these. And these were just cut out by hand, you know, out of just a little strip of scrapbook paper I had left. So let's see what we can do to those to keep those from falling down into my page. I think I like that. So let's put that on there. And you can see it's all just about testing and playing and changing your mind and working with these things. Too dark? I like that. That button has a little piece of paper torn on it that it was sewn onto for some reason. So I think I like that on there. So I'm just going to put that right down. That might be something I'll do in the future. Just sew some buttons on paper and tear them and have a little extra oomph. There you go. Isn't that cute? I like it. So that'll fit right in there nicely now. And let's see what we can do to this one. Something totally different. I think that looks good on there. Let me just lop that off. And I think that'll be fun with just a little bit of fiber or fabric. I love this. This is just a one of my baby wipes. And I just tear that up, and it is nice fabric because I use it, of course, to wipe up spills and messes, but then it just looks beautiful as just a little piece of fabric added here and there. Okay. piece of paper over that. Kind of bend it to the one side so it's a little asymmetrical. I like that. Get my non-stick paper and squeeze it. This kind of just gets any excess glue off. So that you can continue on creating. And that needs something else. What does that need in there? I really don't want to use a flower. Maybe a button. Well, that button I can use later. Not enough contrast. Let's try a dark one. That's too much contrast. That one looks pretty good, doesn't it? Bloop. I think those look pretty cute. And this was just a piece of that wonderful, lovely scrapbook paper. And I rounded the edges. I like to round edges, you know. And let's see what I can do with it. Maybe some of these fibers. Too yellow. Put that a little off center. Maybe I'll put it on the back. And add one of those dark buttons. And I think that's pretty cool. How do you like that? And this, even though we've done the back, this could be inserted in a pocket in your book, or any kind of little hiding places, in a belly band or something, in any kind of journal. So that's kind of what we're doing here, is just spending a few days making some things that will go inside junk journals and altered books, just so we have those already made. So that's two. This one's pretty cute. I think I like that. This, I just, these were two pieces of paper that I had cut on diagonal, and they were mirror images of each other, so I just put that back there to kind of look like a ribbon. And this, I just used a little tag. This is where a piece of paper that I punched that pink tag out of that we used in the first example today. And it kind of just gave a little window or archway over this tag. Just added some little bling there. To be found traveling the world is nice. So I think I will leave that alone. Sometimes I tend to go overboard. And then I stamped it on the back with that little stamp to have some continuity. And this is probably, these two are probably my very favorite pockets that I made yesterday, pocket tags. And they were just fun. And you can see what I did. This one, I love this little tag that I have a heart punch. I have this little heart punch. So this is February, it's heart month. So I'm finding a lot of spots to use that. Sometimes things need further embellished and sometimes not. That has a little space for writing. And I did not age this one around the edges. I aged this with red, with the red stamp pad, and I kind of like that. It got messy, and I just went with it. I made it even more so. So I think I am going to age this one with red. And this stamp pad is really juicy, and it stays wet longer than I anticipated. And that's why I made little messes on the pages. Okay, I'm just going to come in here and put this down on a piece of paper, and it'll give some good fun to that piece of paper, as well as dry my edges. So, does it need some pull things? I think so. I think we should put some sort of pull on that. What have I got down here? I really like this piece of paper, the shiny one. So I might make a pull out of that. And I may use my little decorative scissors for that. Of course, those need to run through some sandpaper. So I can sharpen those a tad, I think. So let me add a little bit of fiber in there. What do I want? Nope. That's kind of cute. I think I will go with that. Little glue bubble. And put this over the top. And fasten it on the back. Blue strings everywhere. So I'm kind of liking that. And this is just a piece of paper. This is just a little piece of paper that was cut. So let me just pull that through my fingers and give it a little curly cue. And I'm just liking that like it is, so I think I'm just going to leave this little heart one alone, and we're going to call this one Blinged, I think. Although I might stamp something on the back. We haven't stamped yet. And I've got this little stamp with heart flowers. Get my stays on. And hold your breath, but I do this well. and come in here, and maybe I will block that off. Just take a little piece of paper and put right along that edge so it'll look like these flowers are coming out of a pocket, even though it's not a pocket. That was pretty good. I'm a little bit off, but I think I can fix that. Let me just rub some of the stamp around, getting the ink off. And I can come back and fill that in with some markers. Let me come in here. And just color that in. Get a little black pen. Can't find my black pen right now, but go ahead and draw that down in where it didn't quite make it into the pocket. And I think that's pretty darn cute, don't you? So see what we're doing today? We are just taking our odds and ends and playing and having fun and blinging out our stuff. And I think I'm gonna use some glimmer mist on this. Let's see what that does. Let me get some pink glimmer mist. Let me put this down so I don't get it everywhere, but just a little pinkish color. Shake it. And of course I get it on my table and other things, but that's okay. That gives some nice fun to the back there. And I think maybe I will add maybe a little strip of lace along the side. That might be fun. Wrap it. Now I think I'm just going to trim that off. Glue it. And I'm also going to crank out my sewing machine for some of these. I think the last time I used my sewing machine, something wasn't working very well. So I kind of put it away over the holidays and I haven't gotten it out again. So I am going to see if I can't get that out. That kind of looks pretty cute, doesn't it? I think so. Maybe it'll go in the pocket this way now. Maybe I better leave it out of the pocket for a while to let my glue dry. Maybe we'll put some words on there. I forgot I had all these wonderful little word things over here. That kind of looks cute. And I want to age the edges of that. Just a tad. Using my favorite way. I swear I am going to learn how to do it with the way you all do, or most other people do. I swear at some point in time I will start aging with ink. That's another learning curve for me this year. And I always add a little bit of glue, even though it is a sticker, because it is going to be pulled in and out of this pocket several times. So I have trust issues, you know. So there you go. I think that looks pretty good. So it's really all about play. It's all about playing and inventing and having fun. Really and truly. That's all this is about. And let me see. We're going to save these for tomorrow and get them out of the way a little bit. So what am I going to do today on these to attach this to the page? I think I am going to, what I'm going to do, I believe, is just come in with maybe a paper clip and attach it today. And of course I need to bling that out somehow, don't I? This one I think can rest on that page. Maybe I need to make a little pocket to put that in on this page. Let's see. I don't know, I'm kind of torn about that. How about that? Yeah, I think that will do much better. Kind of make a little belly band for that. Yeah, I think I like that a lot. So let's go ahead and glue this. If I can get it straight. I hope that's straight. Come in here with my sheet of nonstick paper. And I think that works. How do you like that, guys? That is our day 42. So we'll be back tomorrow to do some things with these other tags. And we're just playing in our studio this week. Set your timer for 20 minutes and see what you can create. And I will be back tomorrow. Get into your contagious creativity and pass it on. May joy be with you all.